Hi everybody, I'm going to be using the gestural mode to explain the activity system triangle that was in our reading. And to further explain it, I'm going to be using the reading assignment for Group 3, the effects of handwriting experience on the functional brain development in pre-literate children. So let's start with motives. Motives are purposes, reasons for the activity. The motive here is that handwriting is important for the early recruitment and letter processing of brain regions known to underlie successful reading. So essentially, if we practice handwriting in early child development, that we are more proficient readers when we're adults. We'll move on to the subject, and this is person or people engaged in activity who are the focus of the study on the activity. The focus of this medical article is, of course, handwriting, but it's also letter recognition, pre-literate children, and childhood development. Moving on from subject, we have tools, and these are physical objects and systems of symbols. We see in this medical article that there are photos, there's data, there's mathematics, and there are keywords. We have photos here. And we have more photos and mathematical data at the bottom to further validate their point that handwriting is necessary for early childhood development. Moving from tools, for division of labor, we have two authors here, Karen James and Laura Engelhardt. Karen James is a professor at Indiana University. She has a PhD in psychology, and Laura Engelhardt is at Columbia University, and she's essentially following in Karen James' steps in studying this effective handwriting. Moving from division of labor, we have community, and these are people and groups whose knowledge, interests, and stakes and goals shape the activity. The community, the way that I look at it, is the audience, and these are, for this specific article, our teachers, medical students, students in general, neuroscientists, child psychologists studying child development, parents. So there's a lot. But let's move on to rules. And rules are laws, codes, conventions, customs, agreements that people adhere to while engaging in this activity. So knowing that this is a scientific paper and that it is going to be published, Karen James and Laura Engelhardt have to follow certain rules in their writing. And one of the things that they, I believe, have to do in that being a medical essay is provide those photos that, and data and mathematics that we saw earlier in this article. And we also see keywords here that they've placed in the beginning of the article to make it easier for those of us that aren't used to reading medical articles to better understand the reading and pay more attention to it. And that pretty much sums up the triangle here. So we've touched on tools, which are photos, data, mathematics, and keywords, motives, purpose and reasons, division of labor, who's writing, who's a part of this activity and this study, people in community, the audience, rules, which are codes and laws and conventions, customs, and finally subject, and this is what the article is speaking of. Thank you.